You mean to tell me that these characters are going to show up in Infinity War either 1 or 2?
As they are.
And you give him this weapon and you yank it.
They're gonna get bodied. This is Sparks TV. Welcome to the channel, the place where we keep it YouTube friendly. I am your boy Jody Joe. This black motherfucker right here is
Savage Jackson. How y'all doing tonight?
We good, man. We've seen a movie. This is gonna be a spoiler-free review. Mind you, there's so much we have to talk about. But our spoiler-filled review is gonna be on my primary channel, Jody's Corner. That's gonna be epic, as well as this one. Just no spoilers. I can't wait to talk about this film.
Yeah, let's do this.
We just got back from seeing it. What are your first impressions, bro?
I liked it. I liked it for the most part. It was some things I disagreed with that they did, but of course, but that's every movie. But for the most part, I liked it. You know, I'll see it again.
I will too, and I just want to just get this out of the open. How I feel about the initial impressions of coming out of this movie. I really love this movie. I like this movie a lot. Them other critics that said this movie's not as good as the first one, this movie is way better than the first one, bruh. For me, this movie surpassed the first one by a long shot. I'm sorry, man. I like this Guardians way better than the first one. What about you?
It's because a lot of the stupid shit that was in the first one they yanked out. That people was
there's a lot of stupid stuff in this one too.
Yeah,
though.
But it was like, there was no dance battle at the end. Like that shit was weak.
But okay, well let's get into this. Yeah. This is a film. Basically, it's volume 2. So Star-Lord is back at it with his friends to save the galaxy. Some stuff happens where there's another throwaway threat that they have to take care of. But overall, this movie doesn't have a straightforward plot as far as an objective. It's really about finding who these characters are as people. They're about exploring their characters individually, which is an amazing thing because they actually explored. I felt after walking away, I got so much more of an understanding of exactly what the Guardians of the Galaxy are. Yeah. In the first film, this is Star-Lord, this is Gamora, this is Drax, this is Raccoon, whatever.
Yeah, Rocket.
This is what they just do. Yeah. Groot.
It was like the first. It was the first one was the team up. Now they gave us okay, this is who these people are.
Yep. And man, I like this movie so much. I can't believe I'm saying that. This is I wish this came out first. Hey. I wish this came out first because you're actually giving characters the development and shine that they need and the depth.
Yeah, but you know what? I gotta say this.
There's issues with this film too.
There's issues, but my man Drax,
bruh, he was my favorite funny character.
Yes,
he had the jokes. He was the funniest character in this whole movie.
I went in thinking like he was gonna be wooden like the last time.
Bro, it worked.
Yes,
he was wooden still.
But it was
the way they spun off of Drax, his
personality.
Yeah, man, he did a shout outs to Bautista.
Yes, because
David Bautista. He was on fire that whole film. It was at a point where halfway through the movie, I was waiting to see. Okay, there he is. They're showing up. What's he gonna say? What's he gonna say? When you gonna say something? And sure enough, the chemistry between him and Mantis.
Yes.
But the chemistry between Drax and Mantis was amazing. It was funny. It was great. I love these characters. Yeah. I love Mantis. I love Drax. I didn't care too much about Star-Lord. Yeah. He had the least development to me personally.
Because you know what they did with Star-Lord?
Of the main characters.
What they did with Star-Lord.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't really like it. I understood what they were going for, but I just felt like their execution wasn't all there. It didn't hit. It was like they hit, but it wasn't a home run. It was like a double at most.
Mind you guys, it does get into who Star-Lord is a little bit as far as his past and his father. We know that he's in here.
It answered the question that everybody wanted to know from the first one.
Which was?
That's basically what it was how did he survive handling the Infinity Stone? Right. How did he survive touching it?
Yeah.
It answered that question.
Where does he come from? Who is his father? We learn all that in this film.
Yeah.
And that was an interesting story arc. I'm not exactly sure that's the story arc that they should have used as the main plot of the film.
No.
It would have been better as more of a side story arc that wasn't
like
paid so much camera time wasn't dedicated to it. I wish it was more of a side thing than a main thing.
Yeah, but you know,
I liked it.
He had to get it. They was going to shine on him because in the movie he's the only character who's white, so they were going to shine on him.
Oh fuck, truth. All right, so my favorite character overall was Yondu.
Yondu was fun. He was cool.
The end of the film, bruh. It had me emotional.
It had Flash.
Flash 2 was crying, bruh. Flash 2 with the tears. Hey, the Flash 2 was crying at the end. I love it. We all felt it in the theater, and I just wish that the film allowed that emotional moment to just soak in more, rather than trying to put jokes on top of it in certain places. Yeah. I felt there was a couple of funny scenes. The audience was laughing. I was like, man, no, it's not a time to laugh. This is a time to feel what we're feeling. And I just feel like there was another thing.
It was because the way that the edit was done was it had this emotional moment, and then the next scene right after it was a laugh, which they didn't need.
Exactly.
But I will say that everything that they put Drax in, I was happy with that. I was happy with it.
Drax was he was the second best character in this movie behind Yondu to me.
He was my favorite.
He was
my favorite.
Yeah, I like Yondu. I like Drax too. Yondu. I like them both.
I like Yondu, but
Drax surprised me. Yondu surprised me too, though.
My favorite.
Yeah, because Drax was so hollow and mechanical in the first one. He didn't. Why are you here?
But Yondu didn't surprise me so much because of what he did in the last movie, and I knew they were just building on it.
No, his character. Yeah, how deep his character went surprised me. Yondu's character goes deep into Star-Lord, into who his father is, into Yondu's real motivation.
Yeah, like
into Yondu, you fell for him.
They answered that question too, because in the first movie, they were like, well, why didn't we just drop him off with his father? And
right.
He was like that asshole.
Lots of questions are answered in this, and I think it's freaking fantastic, man. I had a great time watching it. There was a lot of times where there's too much comedy, cheesy jokes that didn't need to be in there. Too many jokes. Yeah. Some of them that just didn't land for me, that were kind of like, come on. Yeah. But overall, it was a funny film, much funnier than the first film.
Like, I laughed the most on the ones that hit. I laughed, but it was some that was like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah, and it was those moments.
Yeah, it was some where I can say that, right?
What? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you good, man. This ain't Disney Channel.
Yeah, but it was. Yondu was good. I didn't like what they did with Gamora. I didn't like it.
You don't like what they did with Gamora?
I didn't like it.
She didn't have.
Gamora is the most feared assassin in the galaxy.
Well,
I didn't like it.
If we're talking about characters in the comics versus who they are in film, I think a lot of them are effed up because even Drax himself is more savage than
he's way more savage.
And I'm sure the characters are watered down across this whole film, including Star-Lord.
Across the whole MCU, they're all watered down.
Exactly.
And I will go ahead and say this because I know the nerds are going to say this.
So your least favorite character, Gamora?
No, my least favorite character was not Gamora.
Okay. But finish what you were going to say, then we're going to get to that.
I know the nerds are going to say this, so I'm going to go ahead and get it out of here first before y'all jump on us. We know that the person that they used as his father in this movie is not his father in the comics. Please don't come at us with that, because even if we don't read Marvel stuff like that, we know. We've been through it tonight, but we don't.
I've heard. Okay, let us know, guys. Is Star-Lord's father
who it is? Who this movie says it is?
Yeah.
Or
is it a completely different person?
Yeah.
Who's not in this film?
And please don't, if you come at us, please don't say, well, Comics Explained said this. Please don't.
I mean, a lot of people get their information from other
I get a lot of my information from there too. But if you, like the real nerds, they're going to say, no, it's in this comic. It's in this issue. Like, I like that stuff. Okay. Show me what I should be reading. You feel me? Yeah. Like how we talk about Superman, I say, oh no, go read this. Mm-hmm. I like that shit. That stuff.
It's better to figure it out for yourself.
It's better to let me see and get me involved, to get me to understand, get me hyped for these people.
Okay, so I think I should write down my least favorite character on a piece of paper just to make sure. I kind of feel like you might. I don't think you will have the same least favorite character. I'm gonna write it down anyway, though.
I can't see
I don't know, man, but
what you need? If you can't see it right on here,
I could write, but I don't want to. All right, I got it written down. I was shocked at. Okay, I'll talk about it. But who is your least favorite character in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Volume 2.
Volume 2.
Actually, my least favorite in this one was Star-Lord.
Oh,
like I felt like a lot of the like I felt like I understood.
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, I understood where they were going, but for me, some of the stuff that they used was unneeded.
Yeah,
and it just didn't hit.
Yeah.
And I understood what they were trying to establish, an emotional connection.
Yeah.
But I felt like some of the stuff that they did was just cheesy, and they didn't need to go there.
That's a good point.
And they recycled a lot of stuff from other movies for Star-Lord's characters, and I didn't like that.
All right, I kind of agree because Star-Lord is the main character, but it really wasn't. It seemed like you got to learn more about every other character.
Yeah.
Well, most of the other characters, aside from Star-Lord.
Yeah, and it was like they didn't develop him in the way that I hoped that they were developed him.
He's still the same guy from the first one.
When they gave that reveal of his potential, they didn't give him that build that I thought he was going to get. Like they said this, and what upset me was.
No, stupid. Keep going.
What upset me was it felt like they gave us this, and right after that, it was like yank.
Yeah. Okay.
Like really?
Well, you know that couldn't.
Yeah, but I was like,
Infinity War's on the horizon.
Exactly, and I was like, wait, really?
It made sense, and then it didn't make sense anymore.
Yeah, and I was like, wait, so you did that?
They built it up to take it away.
You exactly. And I was like, but and my mind went straight to Infinity War. I'm like, you mean to tell me that these characters are going to show up in Infinity War either 1 or 2
as they are,
and you give him this weapon and you yank it.
they're gonna get bodied. So anyway, shocker that it's Star-Lord, but not too shocked.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's talk about him. My least favorite character in this film, but I loved him because of what he represented. But he was not needed in this film. He is strictly a mascot.
Yeah,
he was wasted in this film.
And then the cold piece was they said that. They said mascot.
Baby Groot.
Yeah.
Baby Groot was underwhelming to me. He was not needed besides for children to attach to.
Yeah.
To get you to aw, and to be a mascot to be there. He literally had no purpose in this film at all. Besides being cute. And now let me talk about Baby Groot on the positive. Adorable little thing, man. Oh my god. I love Baby Groot. I love looking at him. And that's what I can identify how cute and adorable that freaking little Baby Groot is. Oh my god! Yeah. Every scene with them them big eyes, it was amazing. I understand why he's in there, but he didn't need to be in the film like that. Yeah. But it looks like a cash grab for merchandise.
Yes, that's what
toys.
It was. It was toys. And the thing was, I liked what they did with him in the very beginning. Like in the very beginning, the intro
that was mascot.
Yeah, but I liked it because
I liked it too. That intro was dope.
It was like
that intro was great, man.
I was like, he's just chilling, having fun.
Yeah, man.
I said, no, this is a kid. He's like a kid right now. But everybody else is serious, and he's chilling. But I like that. But I felt like I didn't see like I always felt like. From the trailers that there was going to be this point in the movie that Groot got pissed off and his powers were going to explode, and it never came.
Never happened.
The
trailer's a little bit trickery with that.
Yeah,
I won't give away too much, but Groot was a disappointment as far as what he could contribute to the team. I'll leave it at that. Okay, so I think we've talked enough about the spoiler-free. We got a spoiler-filled review to get into on Jody's Corner. But overall, I really love this movie. I love this movie. This is It's one of my favorite Marvel movies, bro.
It's up there. It's to me. This one is. It's not. It's up there with Guardians 1 to me. I will put them around.
Is it better?
I wouldn't necessarily say that it's better.
You like one better?
It's because I'm not going to say one is better either, but it's mostly due to.
It's so easy. It's
mostly
clear for me.
due to the matter of fact. This one was better because it had a better
character development.
It had better character development.
It was written well,
and it had a better villain. The villain wasn't as bad as Ronan was in the first one.
Right.
It was still a better villain as far as it was still a better villain, but they wasted it.
Yeah.
Like, they wasted his abilities, and like it felt like they waited too long to reveal the villain to me. Like but you know.
I feel you. Well, overall, though, I really enjoyed the heck out of this film. The pacing was great to me. I had no issues with the pace. The comedy was there. The character development was there. I really appreciated Yondu's arc. I really did. I really appreciated the depth they got from these characters. It's a great fun watch. Let's grade this freaking movie.
Okay.
Ooh. I give Guardians of the Galaxy an A.
Perfect.
Not perfect. An A, not an A+.
Oh, not an A+.
An A, which is freaking great. I give it an A. I am so happy to give it that grade, bruh. Yeah, bruh. A. It's an A.
It's an A?
It's an A.
It's an A.
It's an A. It's probably the fifth. It's probably my fifth or fourth favorite Marvel movie. We'll talk more about that in the spoiler review.
Yeah.
What about you, bro? Give it a grade.
I agree with you. It's an A.
Double A's from your boy Jody Joe and Savage Jackson. That's how we do here. So, man, yes. I am so relieved that I like this film.
Because I
don't like Guardians of the Galaxy. This film would have made me like Guardians of the Galaxy if this came out first.
Well, yeah. Because this one had the character development.
It had the character development. I actually cared about situations that they're going through.
Yeah.
So that's that. That's the grade. We got a spoiler review to get to on Jody's Corner, so we can go ahead and end it there. I'd like to thank the homie Savage Jackson for coming through and stepping through with his spoiler-free Get Down on Sparks TV.
Mm-hmm. I'm here. This is one of the only times you're going to see me on Sparks TV. It's really hard to control myself.
What you mean, bro? It's not that hard. Nah. We fine. Everything is YouTube friendly over here, y'all. Man, so glad to give this movie a great grade. See you guys on Jody's Corner. Much appreciated to you guys. Remember, if you want to support the channel, hit up my Patreon. Patreon.com/Jody's Corner. I'm looking for support. Thanks for supporting me. Much appreciated. See you guys down in the comment section. This is Sparks TV. I'm Jody Joe. That's Savage Jackson. We are two parts of the Just Us League. And we out this thing, man. Deuces.